So, what is going on, guys? This is Ryan here.
And this is Other Ryan here.
And today we're going to be talking about something pretty interesting. Now, it's come to a lot of people's attention that from time to time, Golden Freddy can actually appear in your office in Five Nights at Freddy's 3. When he does, he proceeds to sit in the bottom left-hand corner, and he doesn't do a whole lot.
Yeah, we need to ask ourselves, we thought Golden Freddy was a hallucination, but
Yeah.
he seems to frequent throughout the series quite a lot, so why would Scott include something that doesn't actually exist? It doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Precisely, yeah, and if you think back through all the games as well which have been out, that is, of course, the trilogy, he does the same thing, doesn't he? Always sits in your office.
Yeah, I believe that in going off a tangent, in one of the mini games in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, you see both Golden Bonnie and Golden Freddy in like Fredbear's Diner, I think it is. So maybe
on the stage, you mean?
Yeah, maybe Golden Freddy is the original Freddy, maybe.
Quite, yeah, that's... Yeah, do you think, actually?
Yeah, I reckon he is, in honesty, because when looking at that Freddy minigame,
yeah.
It just, I don't know, the comparisons are just so alike, it's gotta be.
Yeah, I think I agree, yeah.
Another thing we have to think about is there is a secret poster on camera 3 in Five Nights at Freddy's 3. It's of the marionette jumping out of the box, and if you click this image, we are sent to a kind of mini-game style with the title Happiest Day.
Yeah, and this is a unique one because there's not really much you can do initially. It seems like you can kind of walk around and then you can kind of exit. But as it's come to light with the community, you have to do a series of these kind of mini-games in advance and beat them and kind of reward the child in almost every single one through something secret. And it actually leads to a good ending when you give this child who is crying in the corner, you give him a cake, and all the characters, as you beat them, they seemingly line up and seem to watch this kid as though, you know, they do acknowledge him. And straight away what kind of happens after is that all the heads drop to the ground, and it's more the colour of the one that drops from the child who was once crying, which is interesting.
Yeah, I believe that obviously it's a lighter colour. Brown is a lot darker than golden, so we can speculate this mask to be Golden Freddy's mask.
Yeah, I think it most certainly confirms it. If you look at the Freddy one as well, they're pretty much similar. It's just kind of like a mirrored image with lighter colours, which once again kind of confirms the existence of Golden Freddy within this game.
Yeah.
Alright, so I think another thing as well, when you look at this animatronic and you look at the kind of shape that it's in, it's definitely the same animatronic from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. And when I'm saying that, it's got the same wiring come out of the left ear, it would be, and it's still got the right ear attached, hasn't it?
Yeah, it seems to share a lot of mannerisms, the same kind of mannerisms with the second one, definitely.
That accompanied with a very similar pose as well, you know, with the buckled knees kind of sat to the side of your office slumped.
In Five Nights at Freddy's 1, he's actually a complete animatronic, but it seems like in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, his ear's missing, and maybe actually because Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is a prequel, maybe that was him building up to a complete animatronic, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, so, well, because most of the animatronics in this game, they seem to be very Five Nights at Freddy's 2 orientated, don't they? So,
yeah.
I don't know, maybe the Five Nights at Freddy's 1 established... well, actually, no, because that makes me think. You look in the back and you see the Five Nights at Freddy's 1 animatronics, so where's the... What happened to Freddy? He looks most like the version from 2, as I say, so that means number 1 must be a totally different Golden Freddy, like a brand new built one almost, I suppose you could say.
Maybe they're remodeled as the restaurants progress.
Yeah, it's definitely getting a bit interesting, isn't it? Because if this game's set in the future as well, where is the Golden Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy's 1?
Yeah, I know.
It does make you think. And I think the other thing we have to think is, because he's here, like, why is he still here all this time, like, later on?
That's what I mean. He's got some kind of significance within the storyline.
Yeah.
I think he's just trying to bold, like, because I strongly believe that he's the first Freddy, so maybe he's,
must be
trying to get into the spotlight, saying, I'm the original.
It must be, yeah, kind of like he wants to be the dominant one and push himself kind of as the forward driving factor of everything. And I think another thing we have to think about as well is when you see him in the office, he's not really burnt or anything, and like comparing him to the surroundings as well, he actually fits in really nicely, whereas the Phantom animatronics, you can definitely tell they're different, but when he's kind of sat in that slumped corner, he looks like he's in this establishment, and, you know, the lights and everything are all affecting him as they do everything else in the environment. So does that mean he's really there?
Yeah, it does seem that way, in honesty.
Yeah.
It's been a massive debate whether or not he is a hallucination or if he's real.
No, he can't be. I really strongly believe he's not a hallucination.
Yeah, well, I think this follows on to a point that you were talking about, that maybe there's a link between the Phantom Freddy and the Freddy that we see in this office.
Yeah, so I actually think this is Phantom Freddy, I suppose, because, I don't know, the sequence of events when he seems to appear in your office doesn't really add up entirely. I mean, when we think about it, the gameplay, when we generally experience kind of Golden Freddy, and he sat in that corner of your office, we don't actually see him really walk past the window pane, or at least this is very speculative currently because, you know, this encounter is quite rare and it's not happened to many people, so we haven't got enough evidence to completely confirm this, but the connection seems a bit kind of dominant with this point.
I definitely see where you come from. There are many similarities between the two, definitely.
Yeah, and even when the Golden Freddy jump scares you and he appears really burnt, it's the same ear which is missing as well. And I think the final thing I need to pick up on is something which is a bit startling. So most of the hallucinations, or phantoms as they're now kind of regarded as, they seem to have white glowing eyes, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean, we see this guy kind of quite occasionally walk past that front window, but when he does, he's not got anything in his eye sockets. So what is driving this guy?
Yeah, maybe this links in with the whole marionette thing, controlling the whole of the establishment. I don't know.
Even the marionette has these white eyes now, so
that's what I mean. Yeah, it's like, I don't know whether it's just a thing that Scott decided to add, or if there's some kind of...
No. There's
because
a meaning.
the purple guy, he's the one completely known for those white eyes, isn't he? So
yeah, that's what kind of sparked the whole thing.
Yeah, obviously the evil that he done to those children kind of leaked onto them almost, and
kind of tormented them so much that
they've got the same traits as him almost. That his evil entities haunting them almost.
That's it. I think that's a very good point. And I think, to be honest, that's as much as we can uncover from this image as of now, guys. Comment down below what you think. Is this Golden Freddy or not? And also, guys, if you do enjoy this sort of content, be sure to subscribe. We're going to be uploading daily content featuring this style of theoretical work, I suppose you could say. And there will sometimes be 2 videos or even more a day. So you have all that to look forward to. And this is only the beginning of this game, as we say. There's so much more to cover. We're only just starting, really, aren't we?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Alright then, guys, so thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.
Goodbye, guys.
Want to see even more content from us?
Consider liking and subscribing to ensure you'll see all content in the foreseeable future.
And hey, why not check out our past 2 videos?